Hello my dear students, this is Miss Ashaimaa Gharib and today's lesson about rounding decimal numbers. In this video we are going to talk about rounding to the nearest whole number. Let's start. Let's revise some important rules before you watch any video. First, you have to sit in a quiet place. You should have pen and a piece of paper to take notes and to solve questions. You should pause the video after each question, then you try to answer on your own. Then, you play the video to check your answer and to understand the question in case you get a wrong answer. Are you ready? Let's start. Rounding to the nearest whole number means to find the closest whole number to the number we want to round. We can say also that we round to the nearest unit. And we can say that when we round a number to the nearest whole number, it means your answer must be a whole number. Could be 1 digit, 2 digits, or more. Is this clear? Let's see by example. We have this number here, 2.33 or 2 and 33 hundredths. This decimal number lies between two whole numbers. What do you think? What are these two whole numbers? Of course, it's after 2, so the whole number just before this number is number 2, and the whole number just after this number is 3. So 2 is before this number and the 3 is after this number. So now, if I want to round it to the nearest whole number, I will choose the whole number that is the most closest to this number. So what do you think? 2 and 33 hundredths is closer to the 2 than the 3. So when I round it to the nearest whole number, it will give me 2. So when the number is closer to the smallest whole number, we call it rounding down. Do you remember rounding down and rounding up? Now, 4.7 or 4 and 7 tenths lies between two whole numbers. The whole number just before 4.7 is number 4. And the whole number just after 4.7 is number 5. So what do you think? Is 4.7 closer to the 4 or to the 5? Of course, it's closer to the 5. So it will be rounded up. Is this clear? Let's see one more example. In this example, I have two decimal places. 12 and 62 hundredths or 12.62 lies between two whole numbers. The whole number before it is number 12 and after it is number 13. So what do you think? It's 62 hundredths. So it's closer to the next number than the number before. So it will be 13 when I round it to the nearest whole number because it will be rounded up. Last one, 9.2 lies between two whole numbers. The number before it is number 9 and the number after it is number 10. So now 9.2 is just 9 and 2 tenths. Is closer to the 9 or to the 10? Of course, it's closer to the 9. So when I round it, it will be rounded down to the 9. Is this clear? Now, let's see another way of rounding. We have this number 2.5, the 2 in the units place, and this 5 is in the 10th place. 2.5 or 2 and 5/10, if I want to round it to the nearest whole number, when we round to the nearest whole number, we look at the digit in the units place because this is what I want to round. So am I going to round it up or down? That's what I'm going to check by checking the digit in the tens place or on the right next to it. If this digit in the tens place is 5 or more, we round up. And as you can see, it is 5. So this will round the 2 up. When we round the 2 up, it will be 3. And also 2.5 exactly in the middle between the 2 and 3. When we round a number that is exactly in the middle, we round it up. Now let's see another example. 6.2 or 6 and 2/10. We are going to follow the same steps. When we round to the nearest whole number, it means I'm going to round the digit in the units place according to the digit in the tens place or next to it or on the right. Now this digit is digit 2. If the digit is smaller than 5, we round down. So when we round the 6.2 down, it will give me 6. Is this clear? Now, let's see more examples. Round these numbers to the nearest whole number. The first number is 7.9. So I'm going to round the units by looking at the digit in the tens place, which is 9, which means this 7 will be rounded up to be 8. 1.4, I will round the whole number in the units place. 1.4, this 4 is less than 5, which means the number will be rounded down. So 1.4 will be 1. 10.5, so I'm going to round the whole number, which is the 10, by looking at the digit in the tens place, which is 5, and we said 5 or more, we round up. Then the 10 will be 11. 12.6, I want to round to the nearest whole number. So I'm going to look at the digit in the tens place, which is the 6. Is the 6 rounding the 12 up or down? We said 5 or more, we round up. Then the 12 will be 13. In the 79.3, the 3 is less than 5, which means I'm going to round down. Then the 79 will stay as it is, 79. What about 49.9? We have the digit 9 in the 10th place or the first decimal place, and it's greater than 5, which means the whole number will be rounded up. Then the 49 will be 50. Is this clear? Now let's see some questions. Round to the nearest whole number. 17 and 27 hundredths. Do I care about the digit in the tens place or in the hundredths place? We said when we round to the nearest whole number, I only look at the digit in the tenth place, in the first decimal place. So I have 17.2. which means this 2 is less than 5. So I'm going to round the number down. So the 17.27 will be rounded down to be 17. 31.6. So I need to round the 31 to the nearest whole number. This is what I'm going to round. Am I going to round it up or down? According to the digit in the 10th place or the first decimal place. So 31.6 will be rounded up because this digit in the 10th place is 5 or more. It's more than 5. So it will be 32. What about 10.5? So what about this 10 will be rounded up or down? It will be rounded up because of this 5. So it will be 11. 69.398. I have 3 decimal places. The only one I care about is the first one in the 10th place. So the 69 will be rounded down because it has 3 in the 10th place. So it will be 69. 82.09. Again, it will be rounded down. Why? Because it has 0 in the 10th place. I don't look at the hundreds place or whatever digits on the hundreds or in the thousands places. Is this clear? We only focus on the digit that is in the 10th place. This is the only digit that can tell me, am I going to round up or down? Is this clear? So this number will be rounded down, so it will be 82. Is this clear? Let's see more examples. Round to the nearest centimeter, which means to the nearest whole number of centimeters. So as you can see, all of them are centimeters except the last one. Let's see how we can do it. 17.27 or 27 hundredths centimeters. So I will round it normally to the nearest whole number. So this 17 will be rounded up or down? Down. Why? Because there is 2 in the 10th place. So it will be 17 centimeters. 31.7 centimeters will be rounded up. Why? Because it has 7 in the 10th place. So it will be 32 centimeters. 10.198 will be rounded down. Why? Because it has 1 in the 10th place. I only look at the 10th place. So it will be 10 centimeters. 318 centimeters. It's already a whole number and it's already rounded. So it will stay as it is, 318 centimeters. Is this clear? When I have a whole number, so it will be as it is because I'm rounding to the nearest whole number. Now, 5.02 meters. The unit here is different. It's in meters. So I need to change it into centimeters. Then I will round it to the nearest whole number. If I change it into centimeters, it will be 502 centimeters because there are 100 centimeters in each meter. So I'm going to multiply by 100, which means the If I change it into centimeters, it will be 502 centimeters. Now, when I round it to the nearest centimeters, it will be 502 centimeters because it is a whole number already. Okay, is this point clear? Now, let's see this example. Match each measurement to its value when it is rounded to the nearest kilogram. So I have 3.39 kilogram. So I want to round to the nearest kilogram, which means I'm going to round to the nearest whole number of kilograms. Okay? So let's start. 3.39 will be rounded down. Why? Because it has 3 in the 10th place. So when I round it down, it will give me 3 kilograms. What about 4,501 grams? So here it's a different unit. So if I have a different unit, I need to change it into the unit I'm rounding in the question. So it means I have 4. If I want to change from grams to kilograms, I will divide by 1,000, which means I have 4 kilograms, 0.5, or I can just put a decimal point here after 3 places. So it's a 4.501. So when I round this to the nearest kilogram, it will be, what is the digit in the 10th place? It's the 5. So it will be rounded up to be 5 kilograms. Now, if you have 5.49 kilograms, the digit in the 10th place is 4, which means I'm going to round down. So 5.49 will be 5 kilograms. For 1,449 grams, I need to change it into kilograms by dividing by 1,000. So I'm going to put a decimal point after 3 places, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to put my decimal point here to show the kilograms. So now I have 4.449 kilograms. So this number will be rounded down. Why? Because it has 4 in the 10th place. So it will be 4 kilograms. What about 3,509 grams? I'm going to change it into kilograms as 3.509 kilogram. And this will be rounded up to be 4 kilograms. Why we round it up? Because we have 5 in the 10th place. So it will be 4 kilogram. 2.28 kilogram. We look at the digit in the 10th place. It's 2, so I'm going to round down, so it will be 2 kilogram. 1,900 gram, I will change it into kilograms by dividing by 1,000. I will put a decimal point after 3 places. It means 1 kilogram and 900 gram, or 1.9, which means it will be rounded, what do you think? Up, because I have 9 in the 10th place. So it will be 2 kilogram. 2.82 kilograms. The digit in the 10th place is 8. So I will round up. Then the 2.82 will be 3 kilograms. And now the last question. Lily, thinking of a decimal number, she says, when I round my number to the nearest whole number, the answer will be 5. What is the greatest possible number could Lily be thinking of? Let's think of this question together. I want a number, a decimal number. It could be a 1 decimal place number or a 2 decimal place number or more. When I round it to the nearest whole number, it will give me 5. Let's try the greatest possible number, which means a number that is greater than 5. What about 5.1? If I round it to the nearest whole number, it will be 5. What about 5.2? Also, if I round it, it will be 5. What about 5.3? Also, it will give me 5. What about 5.4? It will give me 5 when I round it to the nearest whole number. What about 5.5? If I round it to the nearest whole number, the number will be rounded up. Then the 5 will be 6. It will not give me 5. It will give me 6. So it's not 5.5. It has to be less than 5.5. It could be 5.4. Do I know a number greater than 5.4 and at the same time smaller than 5.5? Or 5.4 is the only number that is smaller than 5.5? Think before you answer. Of course, there are many numbers between 5.4 and 5.5. What are these numbers? If I used a 2 decimal places numbers, I will find the 5.41 because we said 5.4 is same as 5.40 or 5 and 40 hundredths, and 42 hundredths and 43 hundredths. So all these numbers are between 5.4 and 5.5. I need to choose the greatest possible one. So what is the 2 decimal place number just before the 5.5 or the 5.50? 5 and 50 hundredths. Of course, it will be 5.49. So this is the greatest possible number. When we round it to the nearest whole number, it will give me 5. Let's see the next question. What is the smallest possible number? Let's think of a number that is smaller than 5. What about the 4.9? If 0.9, if I round it to the nearest whole number, it will give me 5. It will be rounded up. Do I know a number smaller than this? Yes, 4.8 also will be rounded up to be 5, and 4.7, and 4.6, and 4.5. So 4.5, if I round it, it will give me 5. What about 4.4? 4.4 will not give me the 5 I want. Then the smallest possible number that give me 5 when rounded to the nearest whole number will be number 4.5. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any question, please feel free to leave a comment and I will answer you as soon as possible. Please remember that your feedback is highly appreciated. Thank you very much and have a nice day.